is perfect.
The passion is real.
Oh, it's
for
such a
H1Z1.
Highly recommend to anyone out there who wants a bit of a change. It's only 20 bucks as well. But here we go. Here's Flash. Flash is back. He's fixed everything up. He's got those bubble cheeks full of Bakari sweat.
Everything is right and normal in the world when you see this. And every single time I see Flash's record in Pro League, I'm just like, oh my god. He's at 258 wins and only 122 losses? What?
Yeah, even after all this time and all these losses
yeah, I mean, he's definitely not helping his win ratio there, but overall, that is just unbelievable.
Yeah, it's a bit disappointing. But here is ByuL, the old ace of Incredible Miracle.
4-0 in the ace matches. That is a hard stat, man. People like Hero are 8-7. You know, the ace players for other teams are like unbelievably very even, like uncannily very even. It's very strange, just because always in an ace match you're always going to go up against the strongest player on the other team or like a sniper player. So it's really hard to win ace matches, and he's won 4 of them and has not dropped a single one. Well, guys, we're going to jump into game number 2 here. It's between Flash and ByuL on merry-go-round. Up here in the top right, in the red, the Terran player from KT, it is Flash.
Down here in the bottom center, it is CJ ByuL.
CJ ByuL, he's 4-0 in ace matches, and I think they got to start putting him out a little bit more often.
I think so, man. Usually, I guess the way they put them out there kind of is dictated by how well they do in practice. So maybe, you know, he isn't doing as well in practice as we like to think. Same kind of goes for why Terra comes out so much. You know, he actually does well in practice, and he's always top 16 in Grandmaster ladder. But he just, when it gets to the pressure stage, he seems to just fall apart every time.
Yep.
Kind of changes here and there for different players.
Very true. Very well said. That fan there, he wanted to see Flash win. I don't know if that's going to happen. I know a lot of people are wanting to see Flash win right now.
I'm usually going to go up to him like, I'm sorry, that's actually just not going to happen. Sorry, young man.
You like grab his sign, you slowly pull it down. You're like, you just start shaking your head.
He like tilts his head and he's like, I know. And then a tear drops from his eye.
And you guys have a bro hug.
Yeah.
We're going to have a hats first here from ByuL.
Looks like a CC first from Flash.
Ooh, okay. That's one way to do it.
Yep.
Get ahead, get greedy.
Why not, you know? Let's mix things up. Let's go for a bit of a greedy build. Obviously, Flash has had a lot of time to practice for this match, and it's an important one for sure.
Yeah.
He really needs to start turning his career around in StarCraft 2. You cannot be this famous and be doing this badly and expect to stay on the lineup, man. You're going to be benched soon. You're going to end up being a coach like some of the other players we've seen in the past, like Stork.
Stork.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I really don't want to see Flash become a coach. I want to have him here still in Pro League. He's such a big part of Pro League just because he does have that pass. And I mean, he's played so many games in Pro League as well. He's nearing that 400 game mark. That is a lot of games. That's a lot of seasons of Pro League.
Yeah, that is actually ridiculous how much he's played and the history behind him. And you know what? Pretty safe sort of start from both players. We sort of see a pretty early hatchery compared to the gas. So he's going to get those queens out nice and quick. Not a bad idea considering what he's up against. Wants to get that creep spread out. Bit of an awkward third base for ByuL, unfortunately, in these positions. He's going to have to get that middle sort of base. A lot more exposed to marine, mine, parade pushes and whatnot.
He's probably not happy with the spawns. And do you think we'll see just the 2-base kind of safe, get into lair, get into Spire Zerg here instead of taking that third base?
You know, it's hard to say with ByuL. We haven't seen that much of ByuL in terms of ZVT. So I can't say for sure that we would see that, but I wouldn't blame him on this map where it is harder to get the third base, harder to get that creep spread. Maybe he wants to go for those quicker mutas so he can open the map up a little bit more, create more pressure for Flash. Because, I mean, let's be honest, we've seen Flash fall apart the mutas a lot in the past.
Oh, yeah.
Specifically against Life, but, you know, it does happen often.
His just straight-up refusal to make a single Thor in some of those games was quite depressing.
I don't think
so myself.
Yeah.
I don't think that's ever going to happen again, but
Yeah,
that was just
exactly.
like, oh, my God.
I think he must have learned the hard way for that one, no doubt about that. Like, he'll never screw that up again.
And he's going to relive playing against Life and losing against him in the house every single day.
Oh, yeah, man.
And hopefully he's gotten better. We'll see. Just put down that third CC. So we're having the same builds. We saw this earlier. Who was that player?
Oh, that
it was TVZ.
Yoda, right?
Yoda. No.
Sorry.
I'm like looking through my sheets here.
It wasn't it? You mean today, Sue vs. Yoda?
I think it was. I don't know. I'm getting my games mixed up right now.
The only ZVT we've had today,
I guess so,
Valdez. All right. But
we'll say it's innovation or not innovation. Yoda versus Sue.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, that's right. We did see that.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right.
But it wasn't mech opening.
Solved.
So it is a little bit of different in this one. We are going to see the bio transition after the Hellion opening and the third CC.
Yeah, he waits until that Overlord's out and he puts down both engineering bays. And I'm not sure how much that Overlord actually saw. Saw the two gases, but that doesn't really tell you much. Didn't really get to see those natural gases. Oh, you just have an Overlord over there.
Yeah.
So, should get to see that. Do you see some Hellions out on the map now? There are 6 of them. Queen's getting to work. He's got 3 out here.
Very, very important to get that creep spread out nice and quick. And yeah, 3 Queens are going to do the trick, no doubt about that. Delaying his lair a lot there. So he's got to be wary of like what he's up against. But he's going to go for fast upgrades to kind of support this as well. So it's a lot more of the standard sort of style we do see, other than the early 2-base mutas. I like this one a lot too if you can keep that third up and not take any damage early on. He's got to be careful of these Hellions if they're going to poke the third base, try and get a drone line. But if he keeps it safe, then he's going to be in a pretty good position because Flash was incredibly greedy.
Yep. You see Overlord now getting a better scout here, sees more barracks coming down. I think he has 100% knowledge right now that he is up against ByuL. And Baitling Nest is his defensive tech of choice. That is going to finish up here.
Look at that Zergling. I've never seen
He wants those
Zergling
minerals,
do that.
man.
Yeah, man. I wish I was a drone. Interesting that we did see Flash go for this base instead of the more forward base. Perhaps waiting for a 4th base before he gets that one. I'm not sure. I mean, it does leave it open to kind of counterattacks from Lings from the far left, but with an early bunker here, he should be okay, so long as he makes a nice supply wall as well.
Yeah. Do have 14 Lings out on the map, looking to possibly do that counterattack, but so far just controlling the map. He's got control of the watchtower. He's going to send one to the front and get a scout down and put down his 4th base.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Nice and quick. He is being very greedy. He's really compensating for how greedy Flash was. He's like, okay, I know you're going for a fast third. I'm going to spread the creep all over this map with 3 Queens. I'm going to take my 4th very quickly. I'm completely saturated on 3 bases going into Mutiling Bane. I'm making a ton of Lings to go for a 1-1 timing attack, possibly in the natural, or if he wants to do damage to the 3rd base. That is a lot of Zerglings. Could be using it to defend as well.
Yeah, it could make a huge swell of Banelings as well. Baneling's speed is on the way. +1/+1 going to finish up here. He's going to snipe. No, just barely not getting that SCV. And, you know, with this kind of greedy build that Flash is doing, there's just absolutely 0 pressure on the Zerg, and that does open that option for the Zerg to get that early 4th base.
Go. Lings are actually going to be running up. Oh, good lift in the supplies. That could have been a lot of trouble if those Lings got up there. Double drop going towards the 3rd base, actually, of ByuL's. ByuL going to be sending a lot of Lings back.
They're going to drop here on this high ground. This is really annoying.
Yeah, this is actually going to be very hard until the mutas are out, making so many Zerglings. It's going to give the Terran to actually lift up and go into the 3rd base as well, which is the next thing he's got to be careful about. Also, nice position here. He actually will clean up all the Lings here, and it's going to create leave more space in the main. Going to really screw up ByuL.
Now the Queen's going to go down, and there just does not seem much defense there. We do see some Lings now coming in, but there's going to get another nice position. The Banelings are rolling into the third base, and there's no escape for any of these SCVs. They're all going to go down.
Well, that makes up for everything. No matter what happens here, as long as he doesn't lose that spawning pool, which he will not.
Well, he's going to lose his fourth base. No defense over here.
All right, okay, that maybe even things up even more. So Flash actually doing fantastic this game. Really on top of his multitasking. Really great movements with his bio, and that drop created so much space.
Yeah, see ByuL open his mouth a little bit there. He wasn't happy with that. Needs these Banelings. He's going to push forward here, try to set off those Widowmine shots. And those Marines have to be careful. Ooh, nice shot there, getting 8 kills.
Flash takes the lead here. We actually see a bit of a bank for ByuL and making a little bit of a mistake. Sort of fumbling a little bit because of this harassment, this pressure that Flash has already created. Losing that fourth base, also a massive, massive problem in this matchup. You cannot be affording to lose that.
Do see a bit of a Ling run by coming towards the third base once again. The bunker is going to help, as well as that supply wall, but he's actually just going to go around it.
Not enough Banes with this lineup, with this composition here. We see 8 more morphing, but if Flash wasn't distracted by the Ling run by, he might actually have an opportunity there to do a lot of damage.
He's delaying a lot of mining time here. Already doing some damage to some of the depots as well. He's going to pull that army back now and start getting his next fourth base, which is going to be on the high ground this time.
Yeah. Really nice space kind of created here for ByuL. ByuL is still behind in supply, which you never want to be in this matchup. And creating even more space in the main base with these mutas. There are 2 Thors.
Finally.
Yeah. Going to be doing work here. Going to be forcing these mutas out of there.
Nicely done, Flash. You've made some Thors. Well done. Give yourself a pat on the back. Do see a 5th base being taken as well for ByuL.
Flash is transitioning very nicely into this late game. Getting drilling claws as well for his Widow Mines. Really positioning himself well, and if he gets that 3-3 soon, it's going to be even harder for ByuL to deal with this. Currently on 2-2. Both of them have the same upgrades.
Not going for it just yet. We do see a huge attack coming in. Okay, he is going to back off. Just going to let the mutas do the trick. Delay the supply depot. 82 drones right now for ByuL. His economy is booming off of 5 bases, especially once they get up. I guess that's saturated.
Yeah, still no 3-3 for Flash. Could this be the next thing that Flash has to fix? We'll have to wait and see if he's actually going to try and get it. I mean, he's going to have to get it soon. It's one of the big advantages Terran gets in the mid to late game. Zerg is so keen to stay on Mutiling Bane for so long that Terran will get to 3-3 eventually, and if they do, then they have a clear advantage with their composition.
That's an interesting Queen. Out there randomly out on the map and getting some damage down and some scouting onto that medevac that's coming in here with 4 Widow Mines. They've got drilling claws at this moment in time.
Well, they do. Can they actually get down, though, is the next question. 2 of them can. 3 of them can. Oh, that was a lot of damage. We think we saw a lot of Lings more than anything else go down, though. 7 drones is also pretty impressive.
Oh, that one guy had 14 kills. Jesus Christ. Medevac will go down, but it's definitely worth it. And 22 drones are being made right now.
Yep. Maybe a little too many?
Is that like rage droning?
Could be. Could be. Maybe. And he still hasn't completely saturated his 4th base, which I guess is why.
He could just be trying to saturate those bases too.
Yeah. That is a
but
hard
rage
move.
droning is more dramatic, so we can call it that.
Yeah, he's pissed off. He's making 22 drones.
ByuL is so angry right now.
He is shaking with frustration. As we see another Medivac with 4 Widow Mines to the far left of the map. And another one going towards the 5th base. So, Flash showing a little bit of spunk here, a little bit of, feels like he has leveled up at least a little bit. I like where he's going with this.
I do agree with you. I like where he is going with this, but right as you're saying that, like, the medevac gets sniped out.
Wow. I mean, even without that, he's getting his 4th base now. It's going to be a planetary in a moment. Throwing down 4 turrets already.
It's a drop coming down here at the 5th base. Gets 5 drones.
Wow. And yeah, I actually like how Flash is going. He's preparing himself for the late game as well. but at the same time, so is ByuL. ByuL is about to hit Hive. His next step, no doubt, probably going to be Ultras, I think. He's going to get that 3-3 on the way as well.
Once you get that 3-3, yeah. Although wouldn't mind, let's see the damage. Those Baneling hits were pretty good, actually. He has to be careful not to lose these. He's losing so many Banelings as he runs away.
Yeah, that is nasty.
Oh, and another drop here at the fourth base.
Oh,
goodbye, drones. Goodbye.
13, 14. I wonder if he actually controlled all them, and if he did, that is damn impressive.
It's a lot of damage, man.
That is a...
He's making 2 Ultraless dens. That's... Ultraless caverns, rather. That's not what you want to do.
That's Ultraless rage building, man.
He makes them right next to each other, too. Like, what?
I'm going to make 2. Yeah, that's a big mistake. Getting 3-3 now. Adrenal glands. Great Aspire. I like where he's going, but does he actually have the space to get there is the next question. Ooh. Getting back. Almost running into the mutas. And if we see Flash move across the map now, things can get pretty ugly pretty quickly.
Yeah, let's see how these engagements go. He's got 6 Widow Mines. It's not the highest number, but it's a healthy amount.
Yeah, with these Thors as well. That's a lot of Banelings. 33 Banelings, and I actually think ByuL should try and jump on this before they get to his 4th base like this.
Yeah, you don't want to let him set up there down there at the low
ground. Oh, a counterattack there. I think he's going for a counterattack.
Well, he's definitely thinking about it. Flash just pulled back a little bit of his units.
Yeah, I don't know if it's worth it, man. There's planetaries in the way. There's so many missile turrets. There's even Marauders behind the planetary. Even if he goes for it, I don't think it's worth it at all. But here we go. So many Banelings with this lineup.
Planetary is going to go down, and Flash, he's finally pulling back. It looks like he was going for the attack for a second, but he is going to pull back and deal with this entire army.
Well, he's going to try and do as much economic damage as he can with these Banelings, as well as army damage by the looks of it. Oh, if he gets all those Widow Mines, that can really help out a lot. Not the most cost efficient, though. Only 10 SEVs have gone down, man. That is not good.
Yeah, he lost so many Banelings, and so many Lings as well, just in general.
He's going to remax with Broodlords.
That's a pretty good remax.
It is a good remax, but Flash can move across the map now if he wants to.
He's lost his gas bank here pretty much. So he's going to have to keep this army alive. He is still harassing over there. He's taking out all the turrets. So that is one thing he's doing well. ByuL, his muta control is quite nice. He's only got 10, though, now. So the amount of damage he can do is limited, especially if he's throwing them away.
Yeah, you do not want to be losing them at this point. You want to keep them alive. They're gonna help you out, kind of buffer the Broodlords as well. Man, I think he needs to add some Ultras with this. He's already got quite a number of Broodlords, actually. 6 Broodlords on the map. He's buying a lot of time with these mutas. He should be adding Ultras with this as well, though, to kind of buffer the ground. Make sure Marines can't run under them. Make sure Thors don't dominate them. Just kind of keep everything away.
You see a bit of a Baneling counterattack going towards that 3rd base right now, but there is that supply depot wall, so I'm not sure.
Well, he gets through 3 Banelings to get in and do something, but looks like they aren't being controlled. The attack at the 4th base taking precedence. Ooh, man, that's a hard engagement. He's going to need the Broodlords for this, and here they come, finally.
Yeah, these should do a number. No Vikings in the mix right now for Flash. And once you see those Broodlords, he's like, oh, I'm out of here. See you later.
See you later, bye. He should be actually attacking with this now. It's time to move out. Time to make something happen.
3 Banes. Some decent damage there. ByuL has just been incessant with his harass there at the 3rd base. He just does not stop.
He's so smart, man. He's trying to create space where he can. Trying to stop this turn rhythm. And look at this counterattack from Flash. So smart.
Yeah, 3 Spines not going to do much. Going to go down immediately. And that 4th base, or rather that 5th base, I guess you should
look
call
at those Widow Mines, man. Oh my god, here they are. The Baneling's going to hit.
That was not the greatest hit, I have to say.
No, but I still think we could see ByuL clean this up. So many Broodlords now. That is 8 Broodlords cleaning up everything else. Flash is kind of focusing on counterattacking more than dealing with the army itself.
Ooh, he's attacking at that 6th base over at the left side of the map as well. Doing a lot of damage there. He should be able to snipe that hatchery.
He should be.
No defense here for ByuL.
I think we need to see ByuL actually attack with these Broodlords before the counter is out. The counter is coming now. We are seeing 6 Vikings at a time.
Yeah, he made 4 Star Force now.
Yeah. And this is the window that Flash was banking on, because he was just constantly counterattacking everywhere he can, forcing the units, the immobile units, to go all over the map defending. until Flash has exactly what he needs to have an answer for it.
Yep. He is going to try to use those Broodlords right now. He's going into the 4th base of Flash up there in the high ground. He's got a big number of mutas in this mix. Once again, he has remade a bunch of those.
Yep. Keeping his Ultras and Lings and Banes kind of near the middle here, but he's going to have to turn them around because that is a huge bio army dealing with a lot of drones. Oh no, and the mutas went back, completely exposing the Broodlords.
Now the Ultras are fighting alone against this many Marines.
Oh,
Marauders.
I actually think we're going to see Flash take a pretty big win today.
That's pretty huge, man. The Flash predictors may have been right. Really nice spread here. And a lot of these Marauders. The mutas are trying to come in here and help, but already 20 drones have gone down. All of those expensive Ultras are gone down. ByuL has no bank. He's down 40 supply.
He has nothing left at this point, yeah. His economy's in shambles. More harassment, even at the one mining base that he has left. Has 2 Marauders shooting drones. Going from bad to worse. And still, that 4th base of Flash remains. Planetary's still up there. Needs to throw down some more turrets, but I don't think there's anything we can see ByuL do at this point that's going to get him back into the game.
Not much. Maybe some godlike Mutamicro or some mistakes out of Flash. We already see 18 Vikings out on the map, so it's even hard for the mutas to fight up against them. Broodlord's pushing forward, trying to get some damage done to this bio ball. Trying to get as much worth out of them as he can. Mutas coming in here trying to fight against the Vikings, but the Vikings are going to focus down the Broodlords. It looks like Flash is going to win this game. GG.
Wow, hear that crowd. They're so happy. Flash is finally, might have just broken that streak of his. No doubt it was all because of Life.
He was talking to Life right there, right after that game.
You know what he said? He said, "Thank you, Sensei."
I hope he did, man.
Thank you.
Life probably sat this guy down with a whip, and he's like, "We're not leaving until you can beat me." And wow, taking out ByuL. ByuL is a very, very strong Zerg. That's not an easy win at all. Very nice game.
I think KT might just have what it takes to take the next 2 games as well, man. This is such a big advantage they get from this. Such an unexpected win. But now they have Life versus ByuL, and then Stats versus Sora. They could just close it out right now.
They definitely could. Definitely favoring Life in this matchup. ByuL, a very strong Terran, but Life, the best player in the world right now. Not even just Zerg. I mean, I guess you might argue innovation, but Life just has a lot more individual results right now, so I guess you got to give it to him.
Yeah, Life, definitely my favorite, my top player of the world right now. He's definitely up there. I mean, yeah, we do have Innovation, Maru, Hero, the likes. They're all these top players. Life leading the way for Zerg, that's for sure.
CJ's got to pull it together here. Either ByuL has to win against Life, or Sora, who has not played a single game in Pro League 2015, has to win against Stats, a guy who is in the round of 4 of SSL right now.
Looking pretty
good.
stacked. Yeah, looking pretty hard. Let's see if Life can take out ByuL pretty easily. I mean, there's always a danger against Terran, and especially a player that we have not seen much of, such as ByuL. But I'm trying to think of the last time we saw ByuL. He actually qualified for IEM through the NA qualifier. Pretty good achievement right there. You know, it's a good thing.
Do you have who he beats, or just
yeah? I mean, he beat Terminator, Snoot first, and Pig Baby. So not
taking
the
out
most.
Snoot.
Yeah, taking out Snoot, which is pretty cool. But
Yeah,
we'll talk about this more after the break.
Yeah, guys, we're gonna have a 3-minute break. We'll be right back.